In focus today is the franchise which is being most talked about, Chennai Super Kings. They still need to put together a squad which ends up ending their wait of a IPL title. What do they need to get their act right?
They need to press that reset button. They lacked firepower at the top.
Yeah.
They kind of injected it in the later half of the tournament. They lacked finisher. MS Dhoni can only bat for 5 to 7 balls.
Yeah.
And with Jadeja gone, who is going to do that? I mean, they need a quality spinner as well.
Yeah.
And Chepok with R. Ashwin also retired.
Yeah.
So who are the spinners they are looking for?
Definitely not, definitely yes, definitely maybe. The guesswork has continued for every season, Pratyush, and this is me, Sahil Malhotra, before we get deeper into the conversation on a new segment building up to the IPL mini auction, who needs what. And in focus today is the franchise which is being most talked about, Chennai Super Kings. And the talking point right now for a change is not MS Dhoni, it is Sanju Samson, the most talked about trade at the moment. But Pratyush, before we dive deep into the trade, we have already written a lot about the trade, about the approaches, Ravindra Jadeja and all that jazz. But just keeping that aside, they still need to put together a squad which ends up ending their wait of a IPL title. What do they need to get their act right?
They need to press that reset button.
And how do they do
How do they do that? It looks like they're going to release everyone. If
Yeah.
Ravindra Jadeja trade has panned out, if he's going to
Yeah.
the Royals,
Yeah.
so it looks like Raj Gaikwad with MS Dhoni
Yeah.
as uncapped player.
Yeah. Shivam
Dubey they will retain. Brevis
Yeah.
and Matre.
Ayush Matre, yeah.
Ayush Matre, these 5, and they will release everyone.
Yeah.
They'll have to build the squad from the scratch that they missed in the big auction. Going after for the likes of Deepak Huda,
Vijay
Shankar, it doesn't make any sense what
Yeah.
they were trying to do. They lacked firepower at the top.
Yeah.
They kind of injected it in the later half of the tournament. They lacked finisher. MS Dhoni can only bat for 5 to 7 balls.
Yeah.
And with Jadeja gone, who is going to do that? I mean, they need a quality spinner as well.
Yeah.
And Chepok with R. Ashwin also retired.
Yeah.
So who are the spinners they are looking for? They need to do, as I mentioned, they need to press that reset button. But the most interesting thing will be whether the quality players will be available for the auction pool or not.
They relied heavily on people like Rachin Ravindra, Devin Conway, and later they realized their mistake. They got Ayush Matre. They tried Sheikh Rashid, but I was not a big fan of him in T20s. He's a very classical, compact player, but more suited for 50 over red ball cricket. But again, finisher. Where do the finishers come from then? Because if now, why I say if, because a lot of ifs and buts will ride on Andre Klaasen, because multiple franchises are keeping him in their auction plans, and CSK are one at the moment. If at all he's released into the auction pool, how do CSK, Pratyush, get that purse going? Because even if you release the likes of Deepak Huda and the likes of Sheikh Rashid, they're not going to give you 20 CR. So are you looking at some high profile releases? Maybe a Matisha Patirana, 10-12 CR?
I don't think so. Matisha Patirana they'll release because they have invested in him a lot. So it's a very young side. They will keep Pathirana, but again, they are in a mess. They are in a mess, and it started from IPL mega auction.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to see how they are going to fine tune everything. And I'm really looking forward for the number of players they release, how they are going to do their auction, because last time around they kind of made it. It was the worst IPL auction for
CSK.
Champions.
Yeah, I think they relied on the model which has worked for them ever since the days of Mike Hussey, Matthew Eden, same template, Suresh Raina at 3.
And if you remember, we were talking at Firozpur Kotla, Arun Jaitley Stadium, the last few matches. It has eased out. It's eased out that kind of, you can't let players groom. Anshul Kamboj came very late. He did well, the limited opportunity he got. You can't groom player in T20 franchise.
Correct. You need ready-made
player who can, impact player, and they need to up their game.
Yeah, they need to up their game on that note. What's the biggest concern? Definitely not
MS Dhoni.
Why?
I mean,
you just said he's going to play 5 balls.
He's going to play 5 balls. He'll keep.
Yeah.
It all depends on.
Are you sure he's going to keep?
I think he's gonna keep.
What will Sanju Samson do then?
Sanju Samson, we might see him. There's lots of if and buts going, but going forward, what the CEO Kashi Viswanathan has said recently, that MS Dhoni is playing. So
you trust everything which Kashi Viswanathan says?
Kashi says is a very good. He does give a very good quotes to media, but it will be interesting to see how, if Sanju Samson is coming, we might see MS Dhoni not playing. He's taking a back seat. But MS Dhoni cost 4 crore, right?
Yeah.
4 crore.
Yeah. So I have a strong hunch, and I'll take this punt. If at all that Sanju Samson thing, which is going to happen, the formalities are left. Sanju Samson comes in, he becomes the face of a franchise. You no longer have Ravindra Jadeja. Ruturaj Gaikwad, with all due respect, we have seen in the last 5 seasons, he can't be your face of the franchise. So Sanju Samson, which Thala is he going to become? I'm not that well versed with the nomenclature down south.
But he has
you have a Thala, you had a
following.
Yeah, that's what I said. You had a Thala, you had a Thalapati, you had a Chinna Thala. So Cheta will become some sort of Thala. Let's see what happens, because I think the biggest question is going to be around MS Dhoni's longevity in the franchise, because he's just not pressing that stop button. But a lot will change at the franchise level after this cycle ends. Maybe MS Dhoni is kind of triggering in that transition which was long due. So we'll keep tracking all those updates and keep bringing you all the updates from ground zero as far as the IPL retention, releases and building up to the mini auction is concerned. Keep watching our new segment, Who Needs What, here on TY Sports. Like, share and subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Just stay here for everything cricket and all things sports. So keep watching.